Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Expeditions. It's episode number 15. Let's get our first look at the profile and how much progress we've made in the game thus far. 21 miles is all we've covered, but it's rough terrain, of course. We've explored 11% of territories. We have 17 of 205 upgrades unlocked. Specialists available are 8 of 16, so we've already made some rapid progress there. Of course, some of them come naturally, but we have found some. Base modules, 5 of 10, are unlocked and available. It doesn't mean that we are using them. And vehicle collection remains at 8, which was the DLC additions plus the base vehicles that you begin with. So we have not added any new ones just yet, but we're on the verge at 213k. We can definitely afford some of the better vehicles, but most of them are not unlocked yet. Today's mission is going to be to unlock one of those vehicles by pulling it out of where it is stuck. We're still on an expedition map where we continued on from last time we completed the expedition, but we still have 3 trucks on the map, all in the general area of one another. But overall, expeditions completed is 16 of 79. Contracts completed 0 of 82, but we have completed 5 of 64 tasks. So you can definitely see main storyline expeditions are where we've made the most progress so far. Those side projects, not yet. You can see the bulk of our funds coming in through expeditions at 219k of the total money received. It's a huge chunk of it. Total value of profile, 712,000. That's the value of the vehicles, so the assets and the liquid. So far, the most profitable expedition has gone just over 50k. Total money spent, specialists 6,100, items 36,000. And here is our progress. Little Colorado, that's the initial trial area. We have not done everything that there is to do there. At some point, we probably need to make our way back over there because there's more to do in the region. There's 3 contracts, there's a couple tasks, there's another upgrade that's available. So hopping back over to Little Colorado at some point, and I already know for a fact from others, I just haven't gone in to do it. There's a pretty easy money maker involving Little Colorado and picking up airdrops. But in Arizona, where we're at now, we haven't been to the Carpathians yet. In Arizona, we've already completed 11 expeditions, 5 tasks there, unlike in Little Colorado. We've found 16, wow, there's over 100 upgrades. But remember, this is also counting the sub-regions, like where we're at right now. Coconino is not the primary map. It's not the canyon map. It's a sub-region. So the sub-regions and the primary map are all within one major subgroup, so that's all additive. So the region completion, we're at 32 of 214. As I mentioned, our task today is to get this truck pulled out. The Tuz is down here. We use the Tuz to make a bridge and get it so far at the start of last one. After completing that last expedition, both of our scouts are actually nearby as well, so we do have some extra support, extra fuel available to us. I think this should be one of the easier tasks, but it also depends how far that vehicle has to go. If it's just down here to the southwest outpost, well, that's going to be very easy. If it's clear across the map, we could face some challenges and might require all the vehicles. So let's go ahead and get our Tuz out and active and going. A lot faster. We'll kind of bounce in and out with it, knowing that this task will involve dragging another vehicle along. Is this the cleanest way down? Yeah, it's okay. Just about okay. Had me nervous there for a moment. Definitely had us tipping a bit, but Turning radius is not fantastic. I've also seen significantly worse. Whoa. Ooh. I have a horn. I honked the horn. Out of the dirt. Don't even ask me how I managed to drive the truck out there. All I need is to get it out of there. Believe me, it'll be worth your time. 6800 and vehicle. That's what we need. Okay, back the direction past the scouts. Okay, not the easy one to the southwest, but definitely not bad. It's not the opposite side of the map. Still this side. And we've already constructed some of the bridges along here. And if we might be able to clear that avalanche along the way. We probably want to back. Okay, it's all pretty shallow right around me here. It does get steep, deep in some areas, but I think we could just about take that and out to the left there. We've definitely managed to pull them towards us, and that's why I did that. There we go. Okay, we finally got enough of an angle to grab her from the front. We'll see what we can do without turning the engine on it for now. And yes, this was definitely shallow enough. So far so good. I do have already the I did turn down tire pressure a little bit. We need to turn that back up here. Alright, I can afford to take some risks on this because of the two scouts nearby. They've got fuel for me. They can get me out of a bind. We had him. I thought we had him pulled past the trunk. Still not quite. That one branch is giving us a pretty hard time. Alright, scouts are just above us right now, so not a bad idea to take a pause here shortly. This is looking like one of the better spots to go down. This might be the best time to do it. The Tuz still has spare fuel also. I don't want to take all of the fuel out of our vehicles, as we want to save a little bit, because if we're still short, we still have issues with it. We can use a scout to get to one of the airdrops. It uses less fuel, so it can reach an airdrop to refuel. There should still be at least some. Well, we've got a scout right here. This may get ugly. There's a secondary ledge right there, so we'll use that secondary ledge. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's pushing us over. It's pushing us over. Like I said, there's a scout right there, so we can get righted pretty quick. Now this one has the autonomous winch, so even if it suffers the same fate. There was a tree trunk, or a down tree right there that can pull us over. We're gonna drive right over the Tuz. Oh, I didn't want to winch the Tuz. I wanted to winch the tree. It doesn't like the idea of going over the Tuz. Getting dark. There is a way to kind of skip the night, and we might do it this time. Okay, we've got it turned now, though, at least. Oh man, I didn't think this was going to be a problem. I didn't think for a second it was too heavy. I'm not exactly pulling at the right angle here, so let's try to fix that first. Well, here's part of the problem. It's on the inner frame. It's not out near the edge, so you're not getting as much leverage. But if we drop into low, increase our grip. There. Got it. That did it. Okay. That. Shut her off. Fuel's low on the Cotco Canyon. I did burn some fuel there, so me rushing and going, we'll be fine. We've got support. No problem. Okay, I'm going to pull it back a little bit here. We have room to tip it over. We're going to pull the rear end a little bit just to give angle we need. I've almost got it tipped over already. There you go. Easy. Easy enough. Moment, the tricky thing is not tipping it back over, or the Cotco Canyon for that matter. Okay, headlights on. A little closer, so we know it's following our path and not, picking new paths for itself. Off to the races once again. There's an airdrop right there. Disconnect. You want me to go up there? I picked that path. I did pick that path. And that seems a much better path for a while. Alright, well in that case... turn when you're towing. That is reality. Past the map markers now. Oh, come on. It's just... difficult terrain. I'm using the vehicle to help, and then I turn the engine off again. I don't know how much fuel it's got. Generally, they don't have much. engine off when we can. We'll preserve that. If something difficult, turn it on, help it, use it to help us get beyond. And then turn it back off. Oh good, we have a bridge here already. Okay. I knew we put some bridges in, but I didn't know where all of them are. And this one's fairly well online. This is going to be tricky though, as we are pulling a vehicle with us. So as we approach the bridge, I'm lined up just fine. It looks like he's ready to line up behind us. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yes. Both vehicles across the bridge. Alright, I know the spot. Just where I want to go. We're nearly there. Completed. Out of the dirt, the AFIM S1960, right? I think with most of our fuel spent at this point, we are low on resources, so it's a good time to head back in and collect our rewards. And so with that one, we have living off the grid, main expedition 41,000, out of the dirt, pulling the vehicle out 6,800. Plus items sold as we return in. We used 2 anchors is all, so we did pretty dang well with majority of things. Those dinosaur ribs were 2,000 trade in. Came back with extra jack screws, extra anchors, and a dinosaur femur. The vehicle we just unlocked is the AFIM S1960. It's an off-road truck. 45-gallon tank, switchable diff lock, switchable all-wheel drive. Recovery cost is 3,800, and the initial price, now that it's unlocked, is 100,000. We have that easily, and would actually still have quite the balance. For the moment, I'll continue to be a penny pincher. There's 4 scout vehicles that are unlocked, and most of them are weaker than what we have. So it's hard to say where to go when it comes to spending our money at this point in time. We don't know what our needs necessarily are until we get a little deeper, a little bit further in, and understand certain scenarios. I don't think it would be bad to have the AFIM, but there's still a heavy truck and the Step 310 that we have not exhausted upgrades on at this point. I think that might be a wise move to invest in upgrading that one as we proceed forward, because there's going to be a time where we need it. It counts as an off-road vehicle, but it's a heavier one than the Tuz. It offers more slots, more cargo slots, and has its place, has its time, where it's a necessary vehicle to utilize. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.